Goeiemorgen allemaal. Hartelijk welcome to everybody that is our regular listeners and watchers of this podcast. I must say the fifth sale of the season is usually one that has got a lot of, let's say, problems. But this past week, I already thought everything that can happen negatively happened. On Friday, we learned that the Chinese government was putting an embargo on wool and Mohair from South Africa because of a foot and mouth outbreak in Natal. I thought, oh shit, but we didn't need this. We're still reeling from shock of their levies that Donald Trump put on our countries that is buying Mohair from us. And especially China, because China is at the moment buying anything between 50 and 70% of our Mohair clip. It's basically just the kit that is going to Europe. And so that forces that we sit with two buyers. Now I must say there was a little bit of an improvement. On the previous sale, the two processing buyers, that's Salmon and Sukin, bought 93% of the sale. This time it came down to 86%. So there was a lot of uncertainty before with the start of the sale. And I must say, if you've given me the stats that we did achieve, I would have taken it. On the previous sale, the rand weakened with 4%, and we didn't see anything. Well, there was a 1% increase, so we actually lost out on 3%. This sale, the rand strengthened with 4%. Another bad thing that happened, and the market came down with 1.7%. So at the end, I think things are more or less where we was before we started the last two sales. And interesting enough, that the dollar indicator actually strengthened yesterday. And I think that is far more important to us on the longer term, that the dollar indicator improved. That means that there is still a reasonable demand yet for Mohair. And naturally there was also good individual prices, I must say. Really, people, the quality just improves every year. I don't know how the farmers do it, but your top clips just improve all the time. In this case, I want to look at the clip of Rietfontein with Bosch brothers of Somerset East, and Vleikuil from Rietbron, Vleikuil Boerdery of Ben-Johan Snijman. Yes, like people, you should have seen those two clips. It's really, they took it just to the next step. They deservedly also got the highest price, individual price of the day, and the third highest price. And there, Paul and Matthew Broeksma took over from Paul, and he had the farming concern, and on his first sale, he got the second highest price for his, and second highest individual price for his bale. Deservedly. Congratulations, Matthew. That is the way to go. And that price was 796 rand a kilo. And the second highest price was 800 rand a kilo from Robert Bosch, the Rietfontein Familie Trust. And then Vleikuil, the third highest price of 795. The 800 rand was the seasonal record at that stage. But after that, Paul Weber went and get 900 rand for his bale, which is a very, very good bale with a very high percentage of cane yield. So congratulations to Paul and Yet as well. Saying all this, let's go to the stats of the sale. Kids went up with 2%, which was a good thing. Good demand. from a lot of other buyers as well. Young goats came down with 3.9%, especially this grew right from 28 micron and stronger. They all came down to 3%. I forecast this beforehand that it will be from 30 micron, and it actually started from 28 micron. And I think that 28, 29 micron downward trend really was responsible for the 3.9%. Adults down 3.1%. There was a bit of not solds. I did eventually sold them at the end. You can see that they don't want the stronger adults. And if there is any fault on a lot, a problem, a little bit of color or a little bit of unskirted, they left it out. MHs they didn't buy it all. So I think that is just omen that they got a limited amount of money to spend, and they spend it on the better stuff. Now, coming to the next sale, we all know that the second last sale of a seed is usually the sale where all the top clips is on, and I must say, it didn't disappoint. There is some excellent clips on the next sale. Next sale is also in 2 weeks' time, and I'm positive that we're going to see new record prices. There's some very, very, very good bales, but I will let's rather discuss that on the next sale. Yesterday, 98.7% was sold. I have mentioned already the price indicators movement. Strangely enough, we caught up with last year this time. Most of the season we were between 8 and 10% less than last year, and suddenly we are 1% of the average of last year. We are at 373 Rand now, and last year it was 375 Rand. You can go and look in the sale report at the individual prices on the microns, and you will see there the best average was for the 2022 micron bales, and for no other reason that your top bales were in that price bracket. Increase in price right up till 27 micron. The biggest increase there was a 26 micron with 6%. But from 28 micron and stronger, as I said, a downward trend there with 31 micron at 4.2% and 30 micron at 3.8%. Then I already mentioned the exchange rate wasn't in our favor and strengthened quite strongly on Monday when we started to say at 4%. Yesterday it was at 3%. But the dollar indicator stands of 20 Rand 56 kilogram, where on the previous sale it was 20 Rand and 7 cents. So quite a improvement in dollar price, which is important. I've mentioned the top price for all this fine stuff, but we must also mention the 26, 27 micron group, where with Rietfontein Familie Trust at 680 Rand a kilo, Leon Eybers at 660, and another 660 Rand for his young goats. His young goats were very nice. Then the 28, 29 micron group, where Fanny van der Merwe from Maritzburg, he will be very proud of the fact that he was on the top of a board there at 500 Rand for his 28 micron Mohair. And there again, the average price of 28 micron is 400 Rand. He was at 500 Rand, but so was our bidding system. Our bin also got a 500 Rand. Die Vleikuil Boerdery, daai toeters van Oudtshoorn was daar in die tweede plek at 480, ook 'n baie mooi skeersel. In Vleikuil Boerdery at derde plek 460 rand. Then by 51 micron group, the House of Fibre bidding system, the top two prices. Congratulations to the bidding people Andrew and Ross. We had the top price of R357. Then the 52 micron group, JL and JD Latergram from Aberdeen, the top price there at R310. Vleikuil Boerdery, Rietfontein Farming. Then the 53, 54 group, Vleikuil Boerdery, the best at R302. And Fibre van Merwe from Maritzburg, again at R300. Then the 35, 36 micron group, and suddenly there was a lot of 35, 36 micron mower, far more than all the previous sales. I think that also got a little bit to do with a downward trend in adults. Vleikuil Boerdery, we have the first two prices at for a 35 micron at R271.10, but it was a super sale. That's why I said these clips are really out of the world. And there in the third price, Lood Liter from Peerston. Juffrou was ag nie van Parkley Oos, en dan die later gans weer. And then we're on the strong bales, Vleikuil Boerdery weer daarbo, weer die later gans, and Owen Ware weer in the third place for a 38 micron at R245. If you look at the buyers, yes, Mosenfall's recovered a little bit. It suddenly bought 6%. I hope it will go up to 10% on the next sale. BBC went up from 1 to 3%. Salmon and Stukken both on 43%. Zoetwoele bought 3%. And then all the other buyers all buy a little bit odds and ends. And then the next sale is the end of the month, the 27th of May. I'm really looking forward. It's again quite a big sale, but excellent quality. I'm quite sure that the quality will carry it through, and I expect good individual prices. So that's all from me, folks. Thank you for listening to me, and alles van die beste vir julle, geseënde dag verder, en ek hoop julle het 'n geseënde week.